number by Joe Amato. That was the record. This time yesterday would qualify Joe Amato only number 7, P3 yesterday. That's number 2, Len McCulloch's performance of 488 and 297, Sid.
I think we'll see Corey Mack run faster, quicker yesterday than he did yesterday. I expect to see an 85 or 86 out of this car.
Your predictions were, about 60-40 yesterday. Let's see how it...
John Darlington's car out there looked like, just flooded out the bikes.
It's hard to have predictions anymore when you got Dave standing on your shoulders. I mean,
yeah. In 12-second run. He wasn't at all impressed. Here's Pat Austin. Didn't we see that a year ago?
Oh, yes, unfortunately, we've seen it more than one time on this particular race car. It is a problem that this car has, and Pat Austin has to backpedal it. It backfires.
And Pat Austin, who watched Kenny Bernstein single to the championship. Well, the only good news, folks, is it's right here. The Evans, Austin did not qualify. Twice he come to the starting line. The first time he smoked the tires, and this time he backfired. Terry, how good was it going to do to do the burnout in this car?
So the Mack cars, they try to run these things. These engines real lean on the burnout, as I can see. And
Allison Greeny at 574 with a broken blower valve yesterday is not in.
Well, Leonard Hughes is doing the wrenching on this car, and has done a great job. Has put his whole...
Look good. In fact, it looked good. Well, it looked pretty good. A 983 and 60 feet is fairly good. Allison Greeny stops. I think at the point where the Jimmy Kaplan is standing out there, and the safety Safari will begin its cleanup. He was well over 120 or 30 miles an hour. So Greeny brought to you by Mopar, Kendall, Wilzel, and Mac Tools. Brevington, the winner in the Jolly Rancher Northwest National. That's Tommy Johnson on the right-hand side. The lane on and a backfire by Mikey Brotherton.
Once again, the safety department took the bikes on the cars. They had to put the tires and squeeze back on the throttle. Doesn't backfire. It's a tough thing to do. I feel the drivers and the crew, because it's very disappointing to go up there. You're all hyped up, you're ready to make a run, and then something like that happens.
What's it feel like, Gary?
Well, it's quite a shock, Mike. It's real loud for one thing. And you're listening to the motor trying to hit the RPM, and you're working. It's quite a sensation. Then you get feel a lot of the concussion also. You can see the fire coming out of the pipe just as he got onto the throttle, and these were clean, and it just backfired.
You got to feel with your foot too, obviously, that affects your throttle foot.
Well, the blower's going to jump, and that moves all the throttle linkage and stuff, but it certainly...
Tommy Johnson again slowed the tires. Still the problem. 4 runs to go, but after run number 2, they will still not be qualified, Gary.
Well, for Tommy Johnson, the engine jumped up.
Here on the right-hand side, and the former record holder at IRC, Otto on the left-hand side is qualified. That's kind of strange.
Well, they were English now last year. Got a big football down there. I think is whenever a team is struggling and having a hard time, that's when Joe shines.
Oh, that's true. And this team is getting ready for the stretch run. We go to the cooler weather track. The track in the 480s may not be good enough at least not for low qualifying positions. And we're talking about the races coming up in Reading, Topeka, Dallas, and ultimately Pomona. So it'll take a whole more horsepower than... A little while ago, it is much better at 5:15. They do pick up about 9 miles an hour at 277, still very soft.
Well, yesterday, their clutch
Bearing the controls, these things can jam up and not run smooth. So that management system is certainly something under the acceleration.
123 and 60 feet is a little better than yesterday. And let's go to the finish line
tomorrow. We need the top alcohol funny cars to the staging lanes, please. We need the alcohol funny cars to the lanes. Here is Doug Herbert. Before we even get to elimination. So Amano and Tim Richards used the test runs last week, the 2 runs as test runs here on Thursday and Friday, and we still have 4 more sections of qualifying. Some of these other teams experiencing some nice weather today, trying to go for great performances. We'll see some good runs before it's over, but there's not a whole lot of cars left. Here's one, Doug Herbert, who's made some good runs.
Steps up with a 5:09. 4.97 at 289 miles an hour. Down for the weekend, and here's Wayne Bailey. And Mancini.
Possible, please. Don Rushlow, please call home. This is Wayne Bailey. Bailey recalls 2 years ago defeated the late Gary Ormsby in a stunning first-round upset, which is Ormsby was close qualifier. That car is now in the Indianapolis 500 Museum, courtesy of Gary's son, Gary Jr., who brought the car in from Northern California.
Jumped off the starting line, and Bailey had a decent run going and shut it off. And a rather strange round of qualifying in Top Fuel continues. Chris Karamazini's left and didn't get a car length, and it
just when the clutch foot came in and the fuel system came on, I mean, it just unloaded the rods just, geez, about 20 feet out. And
to the starting line, the McDonald's car of Larry Minor, Lee Beard, the crew chief, and Ed McCulloch for McCulloch with a normal burnout. In the old days, you tried to do a 600-foot burnout. That's what Gary in 1992 would have worked with.
So that doesn't
any changes. So the only thing that Verdome has going for him is the rubber that Ed McCulloch just laid down in front of him. Unfortunately, it's a very narrow band.
290 miles of runs, one in each lane in the fours. 505 for McDaniel moves him around several drivers, then he'll racing the driver with the least experience. Shelly Anderson, who like Brent McDaniel, just licensed. Her run with a 503 final license run in Sacramento. Into the number 8 position.
I they're the one to pick the yellow car.
Well, and it ran 496, but about 17 miles an hour faster, said, than yesterday.
Well, I'm sure that they found the problem is, as cars go down the registration course, you have to remember, I was saying shut it off. And, when Eddie Hill got out the other end, he even mentioned it sounded like heck. So they found the problem, obviously. I'll tell you what, I wasn't impressed with it. Shelly's going to run a 504. It may not be that great, considering they made all the changes they made. And I think it was a good standing change. They're going to probably be very, very happy with that run.
Right, our next two drivers are Pat Dakin, who qualified 13th at a 516, and Jim Abbott. Looking performance yesterday. Pat Dakin had run a 516, tried to improve, and went instantly up in smoke.
In my life, Gene Snow has not been in Indianapolis, but then, he's got a lot of business things going on. And the city's back.
Out of Waterford, Michigan. The first run of the event for Jack Ostrander. Obviously not yet qualified. He'll need to run a 524, and if he does, Jim Head's position in the field will be short-lived. The center line hangs on to a 5:07.283. We need Ray Alley to Gary Denchem's trailer, please. Ostrander is 11th, Danielle DePorter is 10th.